click through for context. That's my actual real life friend, Laughter and Light. She left that comment in response to another comment on a video of mine. The comment she was responding to, she was like, I'm just depressed that there are so many idiots in this country. And I make a joke out of it in saying that MAGA are dumb and gullible and loud and mean and easily manipulated and easily separated from their money. I have merch that says that in our merch store. But think back to early 2020 when MAGA Trump supporters who barely made it through high school were going after doctors and nurses and immunologists and virologists who have dedicated their careers, their lives to public health, protecting public health, educating the public. And these fucking gomers were like, I saw a YouTube video and you're wrong. And a lot of them died because they refused to accept data and science. I duetted a TikTok earlier today from Mrs. Misanthrope where she laid out that Republicans, MAGA, whatever you want to call them, in red states and red counties died from COVID at a much higher rate per capita. The people on the right hate that phrase, per capita, than people who lived in blue states and blue counties, especially and even after the vaccine was available, widely available, a vaccine that Donald Trump is responsible for. Operation Warp Speed. The one good thing he did during his presidency, and even his own supporters won't take it voluntarily. Still, to this day. And it's like, I was unprepared for that. I was unprepared for the abject denialism of experts, of data, of science, the rejection of vaccines. What? That's crackpot territory. And it got worse from there, because then they became experts in inflation. They became experts in criminal law. They became experts in global gas prices, in local gas prices, all in direct opposition to people who objectively were experts in those fields who know more than them. And now it's like we've got 70 million people in this country whose brains are just broken. Their minds are gone. I got a little dog drama going on here next to me. Lola wants Tanner's Chewy, even though Lola has her own Chewy. She's trying to take Tanner's Chewy, and Tanner's not giving it up. But, whatever. I mean, dumb, gullible, loud, mean, easily manipulated, easily separated from their own money. They've donated hundreds of millions of dollars to a billionaire so that that billionaire can spend hundreds of millions of dollars on lawyers because he got indicted on 91 felony counts in 4 separate jurisdictions by 4 separate grand juries. And all of that is a witch hunt. All of that is a witch hunt. And now those same people are all in on racism, misogyny, bigotry, transphobia, homophobia, hatred of black and brown people, fascism, authoritarianism, and they want to elect an authoritarian leader who will use the power of government, law enforcement, DOJ, FBI, the military, against Americans because they disagree with them and they dislike them. That's what they want. This stuff about Hitler this week, that Trump supporters read that or hear that on the news and they're like, yeah, that's exactly why we're voting for him. We want him to do that here. We want him to do that here. We want him to deport 15 million people. It's a feature, not a bug. And that's been the hardest thing for me over the last several years, is realizing that there are 70 or 80 or however many million Americans who hate other Americans that much. Not because they did anything. I hate Trump supporters because of what they've done and what they're going to do, not because of who they are. They want to proactively use the power of government to hurt other Americans because they don't like them. That's all. So fuck Donald Trump and fuck you for voting for him.